Okay. Alrighty then. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Giving all praises, all glory, and all honor to Yahweh,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Akakwadash.
Akakwadash. A double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who will. Peace and salutations to all you Akim out there preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity in your hearts and for the love of the gospel. All right, I'm the brother Shamar Yah,
Hashem, Yah.
coming to you from the branch of Great Millstone Gary branch, the branch of Great Millstone branch of Gary, Indiana, with another lesson, man. All right, and this lesson is going to be over Galatians 4:16. All right, because we're coming on times, and the times have been here, but they're going to do nothing more than intensify, right? That's going to do nothing else but intensify. The time that the prophets are going to be hated, you know? Prophets have been hated from the beginning of time, and the closer we get to the end, when the Lord comes back, it's going to intensify more and more, all right? And we have to understand that certain loved ones and certain people, either in your family, close to you, that you may be dear to, that the truth comes first. So that's why we're in the stages of practicing, you know, maintaining what we have, because it's going to hurt our heart, but we have to keep the faith and the work first and foremost, and our foresight. All right. Hence the scripture I got right here. This Galatians 4:16.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, this is Galatians 4:16. He said, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Con. So have I, and the answer to that question is yes, it's rhetorical. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And the answer is yes, because the scriptures tell us that these people, they do not want to get right. You know, the Lord told us in Romans, the first chapter, it said that he will give them over to the desires of their heart. You know, so whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you aspire to be in this world, the Lord will give that over into you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you'll do the works of that. You know, and if you don't want to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then the Lord don't want you to serve him, because you actually have to fight. Serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not something you just wake up and decide to do. You know, it's a daily fight. You know, you have to sacrifice and give up parts of yourself that I said something a while ago. I said that what may be profitable for you today may not be profitable for you tomorrow. You know, what you're doing right now that may be lawful for you may not be profitable for you later on. You know, so this truth is forever evolving, causing us to continually evaluate and test ourselves whether we be followers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua or not. All right, and these 2/3, they're not going to value the things that we value, right? And this is because their deeds are evil, and the darkness cannot comprehend the light. The light representation of what the truth, all right, the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the darkness is everything outside of that truth, all right, because outside of the temple is called profane.
Yeah.
All right, I got a precept. You got something?
Yeah.
What's
this
up?
is Philippians 3:13.
Philippians.
For Paul, this is for Paul writing.
13.
Well, no, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
13 and, wait, no, I'm sorry, 3 and 13.
3:13, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got it.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. He said, I press towards the
if I may, reaching forward to those, forgetting those things which are behind, which is what behind is everything you did before you were reborn into this truth. All right, the scripture says, Romans 12:1, Romans 12:2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So everything that you were doing before you were transformed by the renewing of your mind are those things you're supposed to forget about, and let the time when you were in that life be sufficient. All right, and let it go. You know, because you're not getting it back. You know, you shouldn't even want it back. You shouldn't desire it back, because if you do, the Lord will give it to you. You know, go ahead.
Yeah. And I rather, we rather suffer for Yahweh Shah, man, than anybody else. The scripture says, you enter in the kingdom. Rather it's better for you to enter in the kingdom maimed,
Yep.
than you know, than whole.
Yeah,
So
because
it's gonna be people out here. These people already. We already understand that they hate us. Because we're preaching the truth, man. But also, your enemies is the ones that's closest around you, man. So that's gonna be a fight. The brother quoted it in the in camp tonight. He said, your loved one, a man's foes is of his own household. All right, so your loved ones, everyone's gonna hate you, man. They automatically become your enemy, man, because the enemy is of Yahweh Shah.
exactly.
If they was his enemies first, of course they're gonna be your enemies.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So read that over. He says, "Brother, I count myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth those things which are before. See, I press towards the mark for the prize
Of the high
calling."
con.
Mm-hmm.
Because the mark is that mark of exemption.
Mm-hmm.
Exemption from what? Judgment.
Yeah. Matter of fact, look up and see if that's that same one. It should say Thawa too.
Con. I think this is in the Greek though,
Okay.
or the Latin, one or the other. But it should be in the same definition though.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. So we reaching forward, man. Not trying to. We hate this. We hate the scripture says, man, hate if any man love his life, he's not worthy of him. So we hate this life. Why would you be, even if I wasn't in the truth, we always, me and old guys my age, we always talking about, man, things have changed so much. This shit is nothing like it used to be.
Yeah, kind of.
But, so it's like, you don't see it going forward no more because it did it backwards. Most places do what? They excel. This place is not. It deteriorated.
Yeah.
It didn't excel none. For you to be in this kingdom and thinking it excel, man, you fucking blind as a bat. You can't. People feel used. That's why it's so much uproar. People are fed up. They feel fucking used, man.
Yeah.
They know who ruling.
The only people that feel like this kingdom is excelled is the ones that were born recently. The ones that are fresh. They think because of technology, they don't have to think for themselves. They don't have to do anything for themselves. Or technology can think for me. It's even down to the point where they don't even have to type anymore. You can just speak, and then it's up. And you don't have to write a paper. You don't have to read anything. You can just ask the AI to read it back to you.
Yeah.
So they think this technology is like the way of the future.
But then that's a kind of twofold thing, and it's done on purpose. See, Esau knows what he's doing because the newer generation wants technology. They look at everything else like everything needs to be futuristic.
Updated.
Don't worry about the past. Because they've been taught by who? Their father.
Exactly.
Now he'll hold shit the past, but he don't care about the past.
Yeah.
He wants to go off into the future as long as his passion is ruling, wanting to be the ruler.
Okay.
So he don't care about none of this material shit or whether things go first. As long as he can duke you into some way and he can dominate. That's why this is his last thing.
Yep.
The last thing he's gonna do now, he's gonna control people. So it's nothing else for him to dominate. He done took everything from you. He done took it all. Only thing he needs to do now is to make you submit over to him. That's right. The last straw.
Yep.
So his kingdom is over with.
By way of that mark.
Yeah.
This word mark right here means skeptic. It means in the Greek it's skopos. Skopos. Yep. Skopos. Skopos. It says from skeptomai, to peer about, skeptic. It says perhaps. It says through the idea of concealment. It says an observer, a watchman, the distant.
That's us.
Yeah.
That's us. It's still, even if it's Thawa, it's still.
Well, yeah.
Thawa is exempt.
Exempt from judgment.
We still, it says watchers.
Yeah.
And
this is how we're going to be exempt from judgment, because the scripture says, "I set upon The walls of Zion, men that should never hold thine peace, day nor
Mm-hmm.
night. It says, an observer, a watchman, the distant mark looked at, the goal or end one has in view. A goal or an end that one has in view. So that mark is the mark that we're looking for is the changing of our bodies, having those laws, statutes, and commandments stitched within our inward parts, and salvation.
Yeah.
So that's the mark that we're chasing towards. Paul said in Philemon, it says, "What I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of Yahushua Mashiach."
Mm-hmm.
So that mark is what? Salvation.
Yeah.
It says a end goal one look towards. And we're all looking for what? Salvation.
That's it.
Let us therefore as many as be perfect. Let us therefore as many as be perfect be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, God shall reveal even this unto you. So he gonna make known what your thoughts are, man. Everything NLT, it says, let all who are spiritually mature agree on these things. And if you disagree at some point, I believe God will make it plain to you. All right. So sometimes you might disagree with certain things, but the Lord will give you the understanding. I know from me speaking personally, there's certain things in the Bible I disagree with when I first came in the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But then I understood by going through experiences.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are you telling you wanted in here?
Huh?
You wanted more?
No, that was.
Oh, that was it.
Bro.
Perfect. Can we jump to John?
Okay.
No, jump to Matthew's first. Matthew's 14 and 48. Wait, 12 and 48. Matthew's 12, 48.
12, 48. All right, this is Matt 12 and 48. You said back.
Oh, wait, hold on. Start up a little bit.
Okay.
While he yet talked to
46.
people. 46, yeah.
All right, he said, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without desiring to speak with him.
Mm-hmm.
Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without desire to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto that told him, who is my mother and who is my brother?
God.
Mm-hmm.
Who was my mother and who was my brother? Go ahead.
Yeah. He said, and he stretched forth his hand towards the disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 50, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother.
God, and I got this AI overview of it. It says, identifying spiritual kinship through their obedience to God's will, not just biological ties. Okay. So although they are biologically family, that does not mean that they are brothers in the Lord, because the Lord just said, behold, this is my brother, my mother, my brother, my sister, and my father.
Right.
Those that do the will of my Father, So them that do the will, those are the ones that you stick close to. Those are the ones that you're gonna have a safe place with, not the rest of this world, because these people are your enemy, man. Your biological kinfolk, and the heathens, heathens, and the 2/3 of our people are going to be in. Sometimes your biological kinfolk are going to fall under 2/3 of our people.
Right.
And
it's a flip side to that. It's a not flip side, but it's the reason why that is because the person is ruling.
Mm-hmm.
This, your family is not your family because the rules and the things, the way the world and his kingdom works. The way his kingdom works is it puts people against each other, and it's just the design of it is flawed. That's why it got to be destroyed, So he causes people not to be family. But what'd you? Oh, that was it.
That was it. That was it today. Yeah, we could jump to John
what?
3 and 19.
Let's see. Yeah, man, this dude is a total mess, man. Look at how he run the kingdom. And 19, what is it?
3 and 19. 8.
I got you.
Yeah, I say like, man, I say 18. You can start 18.
Okay, so he that believeth on him, he believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the Father, in the name and the only begotten Son of power.
God, and that name is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And then 2/3 of our people ain't gonna believe on that name, man.
Yeah.
You know, not in sincerity and not in truth. And that's a part of that sincerity and truth is 100% correct doctrine, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And if they're not gonna believe on, they're not gonna believe on the name through us. You know, they didn't believe when Yahweh Shai walked the earth. You know who he was.
Yep.
It wasn't about the name. It was just his teaching.
Uh,
You know, so it's just a different thing, and different things got people hung up. You know, everybody wants to battle over the name, and again, like I said, the world is like it is because of Esau. He put a false name out there, but he was designed to be built up like that. This is what's the stumbling block to people. It's supposed to be millions and one choices, but only the ones that have the truth is going to make it.
Yep.
You know, everybody's know how you go to the school to be a doctor. Everybody it's on a select few that be able to take the state board test.
Yep.
You know, and you test out. You know, to get you do this test, you do this, you make the grade, and then you go take the test.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a few gonna make it to be able to take the test.
Yep.
Okay.
19. Yep.
He said, and he said, this is the condemnation that the light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Exactly, and that's why these people hate us, man. Mm-hmm. And from the beginning of time, like when the Lord delivered all of Israel out of the land of Egypt, you know, he delivered the good and the bad. But the Lord is going to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt a second time. Mm-hmm. And this modern Egypt is America. And then the children of Israel is going to be the elect, because he's not going to deliver the children of the darkness. Why? Because they love evil deeds. They love darkness because their deeds are evil. That's why these people are our enemies. We're telling them the truth. We're telling them the ways of righteousness, but they just don't want to do it because they don't want their evil to be reproved. They don't want to be corrected. Yeah. Why? Because they love doing evil. Yeah. It feels good to them.
This is again, just like how he run his kingdom. That people have been backwashed because to establish, you can tell it was a lie, because to establish America, you established it on a wholesome, we're gonna do everything equal, this. That's what you based it on. Mm-hmm. But look at that until now. All of that, what you said back then, is done away with. They call your own constitution, everything. So your world has become as exalted as it can be. That's it. It can't go no higher.
Yeah.
Not just because of your own self, but because of how about Hashem Yahushua has established it like that. But just look at his kingdom. How can this place? He can't get past the Van Allen belt. Where's your kingdom going to dwell? You have nowhere else to dwell but where? In the ground. That's where you going. You got bunkers. You got all that stuff. You going exactly where you're going. But the scripture says what? We're going to hunt you out of those.
Yep.
All right? So you ain't going to have nowhere to hide, man. You play them. You got all these movies on, living in space and all that. No, that's not going. You're not going to reach that.
Hey, that one movie they made it to space, the fucking aliens mauled their ass.
Yeah. You
know, 20.
All right, 20. He said, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither come to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
He don't want to be corrected, because in order to come to the light, it's too hard for him. It takes growth, constant growth, constant diligence. It takes looking at yourself in the mirror. It takes the devil walking side by side, you know, but it's not in agreement, in disagreement, and that's too hard for these people, man. The devil already walking with you.
Yeah.
You know, but y'all walking in agreement. Y'all agree with each other, man.
Yeah.
He getting you to go off, and you love it. You love to have it so, but you don't want to be reproved because you don't want to be able to fight yourself. Because you got to tell yourself no. You got to battle your own self and your mind and your appetites, you know, to grow in the light. But you don't want to do that, man. That's why we are going to remain enemies. Like the scripture say, Amos 5:10, it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly. And that's 2/3 of our people, man. Because why? They just like they father the devil, man. Mm-hmm. And the lust of your father you will do.
That's right.
And that Lord willing, the point was made. You got anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's okay.
Hey, And the Lord willing, a point was made, and this video is edifying through the elect of Israel. And until next time, I say shalom.
Shalom.